We all want to quit our job and become financially free, but I'm going to show you why that is not always the best idea to leave your W-2 job right now.
Welcome to the Smack Fest, the beat down. The SWAT team is here on another beautiful day of shutting the week down.
What is going on, guys? My name is Dauria, and if this is your first time here, consider hitting the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you can be updated on all the content I produce weekly. So, I became financially free at 32 years old. So, this is kind of the background. I got in the military. I did my 8 years in the military. I got out, and I started a motorcycle dealership, and I built it up, and I was one of the largest pre-owned sport bike dealerships in North Texas. I sold it. I bought a bunch of real estate, and I retired on the beach forever. No, I actually hate the word retired because I am more busy now that I'm financially free than I ever was. And people think that's crazy, but the number one thing that hit me like a ton of bricks and I did not know about is qualifying for loans when you are no longer a W-2 employee is a horrendous task. Let's just put it this way. My mortgage lender told me I should go get a job at Walmart for 30 days. I would have a better chance of getting approved for a loan on a rental property or a refi. It doesn't matter. I can't get approved. See, guys, here's the thing. When mortgage lenders look at your profile, they don't care if you're buying a $100,000 house, if you have $1 million in the bank or not. Like, seriously, you can still get denied even if you have the cash for the house in the bank. And if you go, I've got your 20%, I've got great credit, they'll say, denied. It's insane. Like, it doesn't make any sense, guys. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. Keep your W-2 job now. Invest on the side. Actually go out and talk to your CPA, talk to your lawyers, but maybe start up an LLC like I did. That's basically the way I did it. And then invest on the side for years. Let your income, your side income on your rental portfolios or your flip or your wholesale, whatever you want to do, you know, I am a buy and hold guy. Let your side income match your current income or above before you let go of your W-2. Guys, it's also really important to do this as just a proof of concept to begin with. Like, can you imagine if you quit your job to do your dream, whatever it may be, say it's investing in real estate because that's what I'm all about, and it didn't work out? Like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, sure, you could jump back into a job, but who wants to do that? Like, when you leave, when you basically let go of that branch, you want to have something already, rock solid to grab onto. You're not going to be like, woohoo, I'm sure there's something here. Yeah, a good one. Because, guys, that's basically suicide. Number 2 is uncertainty in your income. Guys, I know what you're thinking. You're going to say, well, I've got 5 houses and each rent for $1,000 a month. I make $5,000 a month. Except for you may not be considering the fact that you have surprise AC replacements or repairs that come up. Guys, the other day I replaced 30% of my rental properties, AC units, complete AC units in 1 month. Like, wow, holy cow. The chances of that happening were like 1 in like 1,000. Like, it was crazy. 30% of all my portfolio was replaced, brand new AC units in 1 single month. I think I'm going to start sending people AC filters, if you know what I mean. But your income is not going to be, it's basically going to be like a roller coaster. See, a lot of people that are not commission-based, basically, are used to their income being, $4,000 a month, $4,000 a month, maybe $3,600, maybe $4,400. Like, in real estate investing, it can be a giant scatterball, basically. It could be a negative number here, and then the next month could be $15,000, and the next month will be $7,000, and the next, it's all over the place, because not only do you have vacancies, but then you have to deal with possibly bad tenants. You got to deal with their repairs, because it's going to go way over their security deposit. Ask me how I know. And you're also just going to have all the surprises that come with owning rental properties. I like it because it keeps life interesting, but interesting doesn't always mean cheap. So that's something to keep an eye on. Basically, have your reserves and plan on using them. I don't mean to scare anybody. I'm just hitting you with a little bit of reality because it's what I had to learn. I had 2 reserves. This was my reserve and this was my backup reserve. I burned through it all. So, number 3, no health coverage or possible unemployment benefits. So, when you're not a W-2 employee and you're a 1099 guy, such as myself, you're self-employed, we don't have any health coverage to fall back on. I'm retired military, or I should say ex-military. Didn't do 20 years, so I'm not technically retired, but I'm out of the military now, so I have free health coverage for life. As long as I go to the VA, I'm covered. But not everybody can fall in the situation. Not everybody's ex-military or maybe Indian or some other thing that gives you free health coverage for life. So you are on hook now to pay your own health benefit coverage. It may be much more expensive now that you don't have a job, possibly contributing or even paying for what you normally did not have to come out of pocket for. And unemployment benefits, I think that's kind of a given. If you are self-employed, something crazy happens like 2020 maybe, and you need to fall back on something, you can't. There's nothing to fall back on. So when you get to the island of self-employment, burn the boats. It's the easiest way to go full speed and to really make sure that you don't give yourself a back door, because you're most likely going to use your exit strategy because it's there, versus if you have nothing and you can literally focus 100%. Basically this. My business is going to succeed. I'm going to make it succeed. I will make it happen. I will do whatever it takes, and I will not fail, period. Until you can get to that point and you don't have an exit strategy, the chances of you surviving today as a self-employed business owner is very low. You must literally take the island and burn the ships, and then your chances to succeed will be truly in the 1%. Number 4, and this one's a little bit weird. A lot of people don't realize this until they actually get into the situation. I noticed this first when I literally got out of the military. It was lack of camaraderie. That's right. That means basically you and your battle buddies or your teammates or your employees or coworkers, and everybody used to mingle around, the water canister every day and kind of chit-chat and this and that. Blah. All that's gone. And it's really weird because when you get home and you're now self-employed and you're like, yeah, baby, I did it, you really kind of, I'm not going to say get lonely, but you can get lonely. I mean, you don't have like, hey, I'm going to go talk to Bob over here, or I'm going to go talk to Jennifer, or hey, what's going on this weekend, or what are you guys doing tonight? Or it's not, there's nobody to talk to. It's kind of a weird thing. So lack of camaraderie is really a bigger issue than you might realize. How do you solve this? There's some ways you can, take a lot of breaks during the day. That's what I do. I don't have a set schedule. Like, I write down my things to do list. As long as it's done by the end of the day, it doesn't matter how I do it. I can start from bottom to top, middle to bottom. I've got nobody telling me what to do. As long as I do it in that day from sunup to sundown, or a little past because my bedtime's like 1 o'clock. As long as all that gets done, it doesn't matter. So you can take a break, you can call a friend, you go hang out with somebody, just light stuff, because you have to get the job done, because whatever doesn't get done on my things to do list gets rolled over to the next day. You can imagine what happens if you slack off as a business owner. And number 5, discipline. And this falls back a little bit on the sticky notes that I write every single day. And this keeps me accountable for what I need to do. See, if there's nobody holding you accountable and you don't have the discipline to push yourself and actually make sure you're getting not only what you normally would have got done during a regular W-2 job, but if you're generally not doing twice that, the chances of you succeeding as a small business owner are almost guaranteed to be one of the statistics. And I'm not talking about the good ones. When you have no structure and no accountability and a little bit of discipline, you're basically making a recipe for a disaster. Another one on accountability portion and discipline is when you're making more money. If you're one of the business owners and you're succeeding, you're crushing it, you're actually doing well, let's say you're making $10,000 a month, right? Don't freak out, it's a lot easier than you think. $10,000 a month. How much would you be paying yourself? A lot of people think $10,000 a month. I'm making $10,000, I pay myself $10,000, right? Absolutely wrong. So if you're making $10,000 a month, somebody might pay themselves, say, $2,000 a month, $3,000, $4,000 a month. Kind of depends on your living conditions and structure, the city or state you live in for that matter. But let's just say $4,000 a month. You can live off of $4,000 a month, I'm assuming, okay? So if you make 10, you live on 4, what do you think is going to happen, should happen when you make 15,000? Or let's fast forward, you're making $40,000 a month. How much do you think you should be living on then? Eventually, you can creep it up a little bit, but it's a small increments, and you want to keep your percentage of the money that you're spending from your business about the same. Does that make sense? That means one day if you want to have a Rolls-Royce Phantom, that's okay as long as it's still 4% of your income. Makes sense? That Honda Civic used to be 4%. Now the Rolls-Royce Phantom is also 4%. You're going up as the business goes up, but you're still spending the same percentage. And by doing that, allows you to recycle the profits in the business, therefore snowball affecting the business, making you ultimately much more money, much faster, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you grow your business. And that's all I have today. Guys, if you like this content, like I said, please consider subscribing. I make several videos every week on real estate investing, entrepreneurship, and until then, see you on the next one.
Cash money.